Making pancakes, making bacon pancakes, baking pancakes, baking pancakes. Gonna take this bacon, put it in a pancake.
Bacon pancake. Baking pancakes, making bacon pancakes. Take some bacon and I'll put it in a pancake. Bacon pancakes, that's what it's gonna make. Bacon pancake.
Today's meal of bacon pancakes is inspired by the animated series Adventure Time. In the show, the character Jake the dog is singing a song of baking bacon pancakes for his buddy Finn the human. Jake the dog is of course voiced by the prolific voice actor John DiMaggio. He's not only famous for voicing Jake the dog, but also for Bender the robot, the villainous Brother Blood, and of course our favorite superhero, Aquaman. In the series, he sings a song of baking bacon pancakes. I was recently reminded of this song, and having been experimenting with pancakes recently, making them from flour, from whole wheat, and from cornmeal, I thought it would be good to give this a shot ourselves. From the animated series, I get the impression that Jake is just going to take a slab of bacon, fry it up, and bake it directly into a pancake. We're going to do it a little differently. We're going to take the time to fry up our bacon until it's nice and crispy, and then I'm going to shred it up and add it directly to the pancake while we're making it. With that in mind, let's take a look at our ingredients. Well, here are our ingredients. Over here on the left we have all our dry ingredients to make the mixture for our pancakes. In fact, I think what we'll do is we'll call this our solids team. Of course, we start with some flour. I also have some extra flour off to the side because I don't think that's going to be quite enough. We have baking soda and baking powder and a little bit of salt. Every recipe I've seen calls for sugar, but I have brown sugar in the house and that's what we're going to use here. Over here on the right, we have our liquids team, and we start with buttermilk. You could of course use regular milk, but understand regular milk is not as thick as buttermilk, so you may end up needing to use 2 to 3 times as much mixture to get the batter. We also have some eggs here. We're going to separate the whites from the yolks, and we're going to add both to our batter. We have a little bit of vanilla extract that we're going to use. We also have some butter. We're going to melt down the butter and add it to our batter. It's also useful for greasing the pan. And what would a bacon pancake be without bacon? I have turkey bacon here because that's what I usually keep in the house. We're going to try to grill this up nice and crispy, and then we're going to shred it up into little bits. I mentioned using the butter to grease the pan, but I've been having a lot of good luck using this cooking spray here to grease up our pan. And since that's the closest thing we have here to a gas, we're going to call this our solidus team. So let's start mixing our ingredients together, and we'll begin first by making the mix for the pancakes.
Every single day, stress comes in every way. I ain't got no time for nobody. My style is rich, dope, fat, and rich. We'll make a cake today that looks rich. Crack, crack, crack the egg into the bowl.
Crack, crack, crack the egg into the bowl.
M-I-X the flour into the bowl.
M-I-X the flour into the bowl.
Crack, crack, crack the egg into the bowl.
Crack, crack, crack the egg into the bowl.
M-I-X the flour into the bowl.
M-I-X the flour into the bowl.
Baking a cake, yes, means you gotta try. I'm doing this for years, but don't ask me why. Butter, butter, butter joins the bowl.
Butter, butter, butter joins the bowl.
We're making us a cake that you've never seen before.
We're making us a cake that you've never seen before.
Heat up the oven, now we're on a roll.
Heat up the oven, now we on a roll.
Cheap, cheap, cheap's the name of my soul.
Cheap, cheap, cheap's the name of your soul.
The other day, I was called a little turkey, but I'm a chicken, got it, your beef jerky. Hold the cake in the oven for a while.
Put the cake in the oven for a while.
Leave it there, come on, clean the pile.
Leave it there, come on, clean the pile.
Hold the cake in the oven for a while.
Put the cake in the oven for a while.
Leave it there, come on, clean the pile.
Leave it there, come on, clean the pile.
Here, I got a little sample.
Here, I don't have a sample.
'Cause ample time's just what we don't have.
'Cause money and time's just what we don't have.
A chicken in the kitchen is making all the sound. The cake is done while we were sitting around. All we gotta do is apply the final touches.
All we gotta do is apply the final touches.
Take out the shrimp, the clam, and the perches.
Take out the shrimps, the clam, and the perches.
Okay, so astute viewers may notice that this stack of pancakes does not look like the stack of pancakes that we just cooked. And that's because I had to bake a whole new stack of pancakes, because when I recorded my first impressions of the meal, the audio didn't record. So, I guess take two. But this is a new batch of pancakes cooked more or less the same way that I just did. And we're going to try them out again and I'm going to tell you what I think. Now, only these two pancakes right here have bacon in them. Because I'm only going to eat two for the video. I'm also going to put some syrup on them. Because what is a pancake without syrup? And on top of that, I learned from my mistake, eating these dry, not such a good idea. So, let's slice into our pancakes. Ooh, these look pretty good. Might be hard for you to see, but if you get a look inside, they're very nice, very fluffy. So, let's cut these up. Alright, bon appetit. Now these came out really good. The first time I made it, I think I made the bacon too crunchy. So the hard crunch of the bacon and the softness of the pancake didn't go together very well at all. They kind of clashed. In this case, the bacon is not nearly as well done, but it's still got a little bit of firmness to it compared to the pancake. And I can taste more of the bacon this time around. But still, it's very subtle. You hardly get much of the bacon flavor at all, which may have something to do with me using turkey bacon instead of regular pork bacon. Let's take another bite. Now, even though the bacon's flavor is subtle, it's still a nice little addition. Because this bacon is not nearly as hard, the texture doesn't clash as much with the pancake. So you kind of get more like of a chewy sensation instead of a crunchy sensation, which I think works much better. So my advice is, when you're putting bacon in your pancake, go on the softer side, and it will firm up a little bit while it's cooking in the pan. But wow, you know what? I think this turned out pretty well. The chewiness and the flavor of the pancake is very good. The subtle little flavor of the bacon doesn't add a lot, but again, I'm assuming that's because I used turkey bacon. But at the same time, when it's chewier like this as opposed to hard, it doesn't distract from the pancake. So all in all, I think this was pretty good. So I hope it encouraged you to go out and try making some pancakes of your own. Maybe make some bacon pancakes. You can throw just about anything you like in a pancake. Now remember though, pancakes are sweet, so you want something that might complement it. I'm thinking throwing bacon in a pancake is a pretty good idea. Broccoli, on the other hand, probably not such a good idea. So go out, make some pancakes of your own, experiment, try different flavors. Thanks for watching. Eggnog. That's right, it's getting to be holiday time here in the US, and this stuff is starting to show up on shelves everywhere. Now I happen to like eggnog, so I've been drinking a little bit of it, and it dawned on me, I wonder how this would work as batter for pancakes. Now it's not quite as thick as buttermilk, but it's pretty close, so I think that should work out alright. And if worse comes to worse, we just add more mixture. I expect the pancakes using eggnog to come out very sweet. We're going to pretty much just go through all the steps that we just did, except this time, we're going to use this instead of buttermilk. Let's give it a shot.
In the oven for a while.
Put the cake in the oven for a while.
Leave it there, come on, clean the pile.
Leave it there, come on, clean the pile.
Here, I got a little sample.
Here, I don't have a sample.
'Cause ample time's just what we don't have.
'Cause money and time's just what we don't have.
A chicken in the kitchen is making all the sound. The cake is done while we were sitting around. All we gotta do is apply the final touches.
All we gotta do is apply the final touches.
Take off the shrimp, the clam, and the perches.
Take out the strips, the clam, and the perches.
The perch goes here, the clam goes there.
The perch goes here, the clam goes there.
The little tiny strips just go everywhere.
The little tiny strips just go everywhere.
Whatever you like's in the middle, fiddle.
Whatever you like's in the middle, fiddle.
Seafood cake comes just like the riddle.
Seafood cake comes just like the riddle.
Okay, that wasn't so hard, was it?
No problem. But how'd you get out the TV?
Okay, our eggnog pancakes are done. We got a pretty good stack out of here. I think we got about 9 pancakes, although I think only like 3 or 4 of them are bacon pancakes. I didn't take too much time to make too many of them. And you may have also noticed that I cooked them a little differently. I learned from our first batch of pancakes. Instead of grilling the bacon beforehand, I just put them directly into the batter and let the pan cook them. Now we're going to take 2 of these pancakes, and we're going to cut them up and start eating them. Let's see how they compare to our first batch that we made with buttermilk. And I gotta tell you, they smell really good. The eggnog scent is in the air, and it's very, very sweet. Alright, now, you need maple syrup, so here's our maple syrup. I already learned that trying to eat these things dry is a bad idea. Alright, bon appetit everybody. Ooh, wow. I think I'm going to drink. Huh. Ooh, boy, okay, those are actually very dry. I think that might be because I didn't eat them immediately after cooking them. I actually had to leave them out overnight, and I warmed them up in the oven. But apart from being very dry, it actually tastes really good. The eggnog flavor and scent are not overpowering, but they're noticeable enough to enjoy. I actually kind of want to start eating some more despite how dry my first bite into it was. But the bacon flavor is even more mild in this than they were in the previous batch. I'm starting to think that maybe bacon is not something, careful, is not something that we should be adding to our pancakes. But at least not I should be doing. The way I did it, I think, is a flop. So, pancakes, I go for. Pancakes are good. Bacon pancakes, though, I'm going to have to say, nope, not for me. But I'm going to finish eating these, and this, like I said before, is probably going to be my lunch for the next couple of days. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching. Go out and try making some of your own pancakes and see what you get. Take care of yourselves.